going to continue in section 1. Now, yesterday we went over area of parallelograms. Today we're going to go over area of triangles. Okay, so formula for the area of a triangle is area is equal to, we're paying attention now. Area is equal to base times height divided by 2. Okay, or you can think of it as your area is equal to 1/2 times the base times the height. Okay, either way, same thing. Your base in your triangle is any side, excuse me. Yeah, I got caught there for a second. Okay, so your base is any side. The height for your triangle is the perpendicular. Okay, again, that symbol means perpendicular length to the base. So again, you're looking for that perpendicular where you form that 90-degree angle to figure out where your height is in that picture. So we are going to do some examples. So in numbers 1 and 2, we want to find the perimeter and the area of each triangle just like we did yesterday. So first thing that I'm going to do is locate my height and my base. So your height, again, is that perpendicular line. So that's what you want to look for. In this first triangle, my height is going to be this line here of 30 inches. Okay, so this one is your height. Now that makes your base, okay, since your height has to be perpendicular to the base, it's perpendicular through here. Okay, so my base has to be this 19 inches. Okay, since the height is perpendicular to that side. Okay, and we're looking for just the shaded region. So to find our area, we can find our area right away because I have both the base and the height. So area is equal to, our base is 19 times our height. Okay, our height is 30. And then divide that by 2. Okay, that is equal to 285 inches squared. Okay, so next what I want to do is find the perimeter. Now with the perimeter, I'm just finding the perimeter of the shaded triangle. Okay, not the one to the right there with the right angle. So that means I'm missing this side of this triangle right here. Okay, so I need to find out what that value is. Well, if I look to this triangle that's not shaded on the right-hand side, it's a right triangle. Okay, I'm given 2 sides of that right triangle. And I want to find the hypotenuse. So I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for that. So since these are my 2 legs, they're my A and B values. And I'm solving for the hypotenuse. Okay, so 27 squared is 729. 30 squared is 900. Together, that's 1,629. Take the square root. both sides. Okay, and our x value will be about 40.4. So now that I know that this side right here is 40.4, I can add all three of my sides together to get the perimeter. Okay, so I have 19 plus 41 plus 40.4. Okay, and that is 100.4 inches. Questions on the first one, how I found the area or how I found the perimeter? All right, then looking at number 2, again, we're finding the area and perimeter of the shaded triangle. First thing I do is find the height. Okay, the height is that perpendicular line. Okay, so in this triangle, my height will be this length right here. Okay, that makes my base which line? 29. Okay, so my base then will be 29 since my height has to be perpendicular to that base. All right, so to find the area of this triangle, I have the base, but I'm missing the height. Okay, so somehow I need to find the height. How do you think I'm going to find that height? Pythagorean theorem, good. I have this right triangle, and I have two sides of that right triangle, so I can find the third. So 13 centimeters is the hypotenuse, so that's your C value in the Pythagorean theorem. So I have 6 squared plus h squared is equal to 13 squared. Okay, 6 squared is 36. 13 squared is 169. Subtract 36 from both sides. Get 133. Take the square root to get a height of about 11.5 centimeters. Okay, so our height right here is about 11.5. So what we can do now is find the area of our shaded triangle. Okay, so our area is equal to our base. Okay, that's what I highlighted in pink here. Our base is 29 times our height we just found to be 11.5, and that's divided by 2. Okay, so we'll get the area to be about 167.2 centimeters squared. Is that what you guys got? Plug it into your calculator. 160. I might not have rounded after I did it.
Yep.
What? Is that what you got? Oh, I probably rounded or didn't round. Okay. What was it? 0.75?
I'm not changing it.
That's fine. I probably kept the square root of 133 as my answer when I multiplied. I do that sometimes. All right, so from here, we still want to find the perimeter. Okay, so to find the perimeter, I'm missing this length right here in my triangle. Okay, how should I find this length of this triangle? Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so I have the two legs, right?
Yep.
Need to find the hypotenuse. So we have 11.5 squared plus 29 squared is equal, I'll say c squared. You can say x squared if you want. Okay, that side's c. I did it again here. So 11.5 squared is 132.25. Okay, 29 squared is 841. Okay, add those two together. To get 973.25. And then take the square root of that, value. To get 31.2. Okay, so I got 31.2 for that hypotenuse. So now, to find our perimeter, we'll add up all three of our sides. So we have 11.5 plus 29 plus 31.2. It's really not. You don't actually have to write all of those steps. You don't need to. Okay, that equals 71.7 centimeters.
Bless you.
Okay, questions on the first two problems here? Okay, so number 3 says Maggie needs enough mulch to cover the triangular garden shown and paving stones to border it. If one bag of mulch covers 12 square feet and one paving stone provides a 4-inch border, how many bags of mulch and how many stones does she need to buy? So in letter A, it says find the perimeter of the garden. So finding the perimeter of the garden will help us find how many stones she would need. So finding this perimeter, I need the height of the garden. So what's the height? No, I don't. I don't need the height. I just need all the sides. Getting ahead of myself. 23, 7, and 15. Okay, so finding that perimeter is 7, 23, plus 15. 45. Okay, so the perimeter is 45 feet. Now, if the stone provides a 4-inch border, so one stone provides a 4-inch border, right? Not quite. This is in feet. Your stones are in inches. How do I convert from feet to inches? How many inches are in 1 foot?
12.
So I have 12 inches per 1 foot. This way your feet cancel, right? 45 times 12.
135.
Okay, so I have 140 inches that I need to cover. Each stone provides a 4-inch border. So now I can divide by 4. Okay. So I will need 135 stones. Okay, so my perimeter was 45 feet. I converted that to inches since each stone is in inches. Divide that 540 inches by 4 inches because each stone is 4 inches to get how many stones needed. Okay, then letter B. This one is finding the area of the garden so that we can see how much mulch we need. Okay, so for this one, I do need the height of this garden. Okay, your height is that perpendicular distance, so that's going to be 9 feet. Okay, your base is where your height meets that side of the triangle. That's going to be 7 feet. Okay, so to find the area of our garden then, we're going to take our base of 7 times our height of 9, divided by 2. Okay, that's 31.5 feet squared. Okay, now if I wanted you to find how many bags of mulch she needs, right? Our mulch covers 12 square feet. Okay, we're already in square feet, so we don't need to convert it. So all I have to do is take the area of my garden, divide it by 12. You get 2.6, but you can't buy 1/6 of a bag, so you need to buy 3 bags.
Good job. And you'll have a fifth of it, third of it left.
Why is the High School Musical playlist so fire?
What?
Okay, any questions on number 3?
Oh, dude. You see this?
Give me a moment.
Here, it's up here.
Okay. I'm going to skip number 4 and we're going to go to the back. All right. Shh. Number 5. We want to find the value of x. So this is kind of like the ones we did yesterday. This one, they're giving you what the area is, and you have to either solve for the base or the height. Okay, so we're still using our formula for area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. And I just need to plug in what I know. Well, in my picture, my height, again, is this perpendicular distance. Okay, so that's going to be my x value for my problem here. That means my base is where that height meets at that 90-degree angle. That's 34. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is plug in what I know into this equation. So for A, we're given the area, so plug in 357. Okay, for the base, plug in 34. For the height is x in our picture, and then divided by 2. From here, I just want to solve for the value of x then. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. Cancels on the right. So I have 714 is equal to 34x. divide both sides by 34. It is 21 inches.
I did it a different way, and I got 10.5.
That's what I got too.
I did 34 times, then I kept going up the numbers to get the 357.
You have that 2 there, though. You have to divide it by 2. That's a parallelogram then.
Do we do parallelograms?
That means
We did parallelograms yesterday.
That's what we did yesterday?
yeah.
Okay, questions on number 5. All right, the last one says a bathroom tile floor is made up of black and white parallelograms. Each parallelogram is made up of 2 triangles with dimensions as shown. Find the perimeter and area of one parallelogram.
1.
Okay? It's talking about the parallelogram, not the triangle. So if I look at my triangle here, right? That's this piece of this parallelogram. That means this length is 7, correct? This length is 11. This height, okay, that height there is 6.7. That's all I need. Okay? For a parallelogram, your area, again, from yesterday, is base times height. What's the base of this parallelogram? 11. What's the height of this parallelogram? 6.7. Okay, a parallelogram you don't divide by 2. So all I have to do is multiply 11 times 6.7 to get this area. And I got 73.7 centimeters squared. Now you could have found the area of the triangle. If you found the area of the triangle, what do you think you'd do with that? Multiply it by 2. So if you found the area of the triangle, parallelogram, just multiply it by 2, and that would be the area of that parallelogram. So now for your perimeter. Okay, perimeter is adding up all the sides of the parallelogram. So my opposite sides are congruent to each other. So I just have to add 7 plus 11 plus 7 plus 11. To get 36 centimeters. Okay, any questions? Hey, you need to go out the